Peace, this is Bangham Reef once again with Rooftop Reflections. It's been a minute, but this is the Cold as Hell edition. This November 16, 2012, and I had to do this. I got to go in for a minute, doing what I do, being true to me, because that's the only way I know how to be. But I made a promise online. I said if the president, Barack Obama, came here to New York City yesterday, the 15th, and didn't find 60 seconds or 120 seconds to visit thousands of black and brown people still without power, heat, electricity, and water out there in the projects, Edgemere, Far Rockaway, out there in the projects in Coney Island, out there in the projects of Red Hook, then I got to go in on them and basically write them off forever. Because there's been a constant pattern of disrespect, constant pattern of disregard, constant pattern of just taking black folks for granted. However, he found the time to go to Staten Island, of course, predominantly white. I'm not negating their suffering. I'm not negating their needs. However, it's mighty strange that two white girls, young children, 11 and 14 years old, wrote him a letter. He finds about, their grandparents lost their home due to Hurricane Sandy. He finds the time to seek those grandparents out, meet them personally, shake their hand, as well as give these two young girls a handwritten note in return. Never mind, Sarah Cruzan, still locked up. Never mind about Troy Davis, his family still mourning him with all the letters that were sent to the president's desk, asking for a pardon. Never mind about Marissa Alexander. And never mind about all the children in public housing, which the Daily News exposed as having mental anxiety and experiencing trauma and clinical depression over this after being in the dark for 2 weeks. Imagine the joy, the comfort that the President of the United States could have brought to these young babies to see them for maybe a minute. But you see, it's always a case of, well, I'm the president for everybody. But that never seems to include the niggas. That never seems to include the spics, the people who voted for you over 90%. And I can guarantee you that same area in Staten Island did not vote for you in that same number. They were probably calling you a nigga 3 weeks ago with Romney stickers on they fucking cars. And now, boom, you got to come through and be the magnanimous hero and ass kisser. Now, I'm not saying you're not supposed to address their needs or their concerns or whatever, but this has been your pattern with black people since the beginning. And this is exactly why I didn't vote in 2012. I'm not the type of nigga to vote on the basis of skin color. Any idiot out there who gives someone that power, your vote of confidence on the basis of the color of their skin, who has never addressed your needs, when the numbers, concerning us specifically is worse than anybody. So how the fuck does that happen, yo? What is you thinking about? If you want to vote, you want to cheerlead, fine, do you. But don't ever come at me. And I'm talking to a few people in particular who then, sent me messages or got at me online inquiring about this or that or the other. Don't ever come at me like I'm some strange villain because I exercise my right not to vote, because neither him nor Romney spoke to my interest as a black man. In 2012 alone, 110, let me repeat for you slow niggas, 110 black men or black people in general have been killed, assassinated, removed, put in the ground by the police, and this year ain't even fucking over. We not even in December. I think that's a crisis. I think that's an epidemic. I think that's a serious problem. Your boy in the White House could really give less than a damn. You know what I'm saying? Our unemployment average is more than twice than the national average. We're at nearly 15%. The country's at 8.3%. How the fuck does that happen, yo? Yeah, there were problems when he stepped into office 2008. And yes, I'm going to freely admit, I got caught in the hype. I wanted to give the brother a shot. I wanted to be a part of history and divorce myself from my usual principles and stand against the election process about the whole electoral college hustle, because this election was all basically decided in Ohio and Florida, and I don't live in either one of those fucking states. So for some idiot in New York who was just in the dark a few days ago, who cannot understand my outrage about Obama not visiting people that look like him, to keep their spirits up, to make them feel recognized and valuable and like Americans, then, you know, how the hell are you going to come at me with all of this data, with all of the irrefutable evidence of the steady decline, the disproportionate effects the economy is having on black people in particular, with someone with your skin color in the White House who can't speak to your concerns or needs at no given time because he's quote unquote the president of all people. That's bullshit, yo. You don't ever just give your vote away. What is you people out there smoking? Okay, fine. He's in the White House. In 4 years, he's going to be gone. So whatever he puts on the books, and you better pray that Obamacare goes through in 2014, that's still a year and change away. Even if it does, if them crackers come in after him and want to repeal it, knock it off the books, they can do it. So basically, you didn't put your life on the gambling table, waging your life on 4 years of this man having a job. Because you so personality struck, you want to live vicariously through Barack Obama, and yet you same goddamn hypocrites who want to come at me with this Captain America rhetoric. You ain't served a day in the fucking military, nor you or your nephews or your sons, and yet you'll come at me saying, well, I don't want them going fight no white man's war, getting killed, blah, blah, blah. But yet they're on the corners killing each other for the white man already in fucking drug wars and fucking gang violence. So stop the bullshit. You can't have it two ways. And stop thinking that you need a goddamn savior. The whole world's laughing at black folks because we give shit away, don't demand nothing. The Latino people got their immigration concerns addressed. The gay people got their marriage issues and their benefit issues addressed. You get the same fucking speech. Stand in line. Well, I'm the president for everybody. I just can't speak for black concerns. Blah, blah, blah. And that shit been going on since 2008 when the brother in Petersburg, Florida interrupted him, and like a real pimp, he ignored the shit, flipped it around and gave you that I'm the president of all people shit. Yet he touched down here in New York, doesn't go to Far Rockaway, doesn't go to Coney Island, doesn't go to Red Hook. He flies over in a helicopter. But fuck, George Bush did that shit in Katrina. So what? And we all said George Bush didn't give a damn about black people. We didn't need to hear it from Kanye West. He flew over houses in Katrina with people on the roofs pleading for help. Come on, one of the closest people to me in the world went through that and survived that. And you motherfuckers can give this nigga a pass no matter what he do or don't do with the goddamn economic crisis that we going through. Our unemployment more than twice than everyone else. 110 black men killed primarily because that man's in the White House. They don't want him there. This nigga done aged 10 years within 4, but you don't give a fuck because your ego and your vicarious desires is at stake. So you feel it's a victory for you just for that black man is sitting there. Never mind that economic experts are saying that this trend will never be reversed unless it takes a complete revolution as far as the disparity between black and white. The median white household net worth is 110,000 plus. For black people, it's a little over 5,000, yo. 5,000. Do the fucking math, yo. And you say, well, it ain't his responsibility, blah, blah, blah. But, yo, with over 25 to 30%